Hey there folks, I'm Mark from Spectrum Pulse, and today we finally have from James Blake, Playing Robots into Heaven. I'll admit I've been sitting on this one for a while, James Blake going back to more electronic-focused mixes and production in comparison with all the pop crossovers he's attempted the past couple of projects. While he's gradually seen more commercial attention, it's a swerve. And okay, while I appreciate that James Blake is opting for more experimentation at this stage of his career, it's certainly intriguing. It's reminiscent of his self-titled album over a decade ago. Yeah, this experiment did not click for me at all, even if I can't in good conscience call it a misfire. The project is structured like the flow of the saddest down-tempo rave you've ever attended, as a metaphor for the honest to the point of discomfort relationship arc, where James Blake seems acutely aware from the very beginning this is all just gonna ruin him, and he's right. And we watch it all play out, with all the drippy cleanliness that's been a hallmark of Blake's writing for years now, especially when he wants to push against his own self-censorship on cuts like Fire the Editor. And you know, I get how some of my own discomfort at being like this in a relationship is why I'm recoiling from the content, especially when it's framed as being so honest. But at the same time, for a couple projects now, there has been this needy insecurity that feels even more possessive with fewer words. It just really turns me off here. And the production does not help. I've never been a huge fan of every wave of pitch-shifted vocals that James Blake uses, and while I get and understand he's using them to amplify one's own deflective impulses, on a tonal level, the chipmunking just does not work for me, especially against mixes that hit this odd, uncanny middle ground of bleeping minimalism, but with too many clashing melodic choices, but also a little too cleanly mixed for the sharper percussion to blend really well. And that's before we get the gospel and jungle inspired samples on He's Been Wonderful and Big Hammer respectively, that not only do not work at all, but don't mesh with the atmosphere of the album, even in comparison with more up-tempo cuts like Tell Me. But then when you factor in how James Blake seems to be ceding more time to his production with even more spare lyrics and even a couple full instrumental moments, for an intensely personal narrative, it feels either impersonal or that he thinks the production is selling it and carrying the load, and at least for me, it really doesn't. It's just dour and brittle, and with a big slowdown on the back half of the album, it really feels its length despite a 40-minute runtime. Now, I don't think this is bad because at the end of the day, I get what it's trying to do, and some of the discomfort is the point. But at the same time, the production reminds me why I've always liked the more organic and expansive and textured Overgrown compared to the self-titled, and with the rest, yeah, I just have no desire to return to this. It's not for me, I guess. If you like it, good for you, maybe? So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. If you'd like to like and subscribe, I'd be extremely grateful. Hell, share it around, drop some comments, because I'm fairly certain I'm going to be against the grain in comparison with a lot of folks on this who will get more on board with the experimentation. But again, sometimes experiments don't work. That should be okay, and that should be allowed. I can accept that, it's just not for me. Beyond that, though, if you want to get projects on my schedule so I don't have to cover them as late as this, link to my Patreon's right over there. And as always, I'm Mark, you're watching Spectrum Pulse. I'll see you next time.